This video will be just a quick little breakdown of how to file your 2125 using Wealthsimple. So if you are a business owner, a small business owner, not incorporated, you're a sole proprietor, or you're doing consulting, you're doing whatever, this is what you have to fill out for your business income. Remember, this is over Wealthsimple. Click the link in the description. You'll get $25 if you fund your account by 100. So here you can see you have your business name if you got one. If you don't have to include it. Your GST number, HST number, depending on how much you're earning in the year. If you're earning over 30,000, you're gonna have GST and HST requirements. But let's say you're a low business income earner, you have 15,000, then you don't have to include that. You don't have to collect GST. You're gonna say what kind of income, business, professional, or commission. So professional is like a professional service such as accounting, law, doctors, stuff like that. Again, if you're not sure, you can actually go click the question mark and you'll figure out exactly what that's defined as. So you can go and see that. So for the most part, it'll be business. Now, are you related to property flipping? Most likely no. Remember, now there's new property flipping rules where you're going to be treated with worse tax benefits here if you fall under that category. Does the business have its own? Is it a partnership? Okay, the fiscal year sounds pretty good. 2025, January to December. What is your main product or service? We're going to say consulting. And then you go and you have to find that, all right? So you have to go in and find whatever it is. We can say it's just a general management. It could be other management consulting. It does not matter. Click your income. This is where you include your gross sales. So we're going to say we had $25,000. Now it goes up to $4,000 as our tax is owing. Returns allows, do you have anything like this where it's included in gross sales? Do you have any other business income? We do not. Your cost of goods sold, anything related, maybe you had to pay someone, right? You had to pay, I don't know, $2,000 of outsourcing costs. And then we go through all our expenses that are allowed. Now, if you're not sure about any of these, remember, you click on them and you can see what it's related to and whether you can actually claim it, which is really nice and user friendly for you, right? You might not know what these mean. You just click what it is and you can see you can deduct rent incurred for property used in your business. For example, you can deduct rent for the land and building where your business is situated. So very good. You're going to go through here. You're going to click whatever it is that you have. Maybe you have $2,000. Maybe you have some interest from a loan for a business loan. Your rent is, maybe it's, $8,000. We just go through all of this and we can see here, now we're at the bottom. Now what other things you might have is, if you're not sure, but I think you can just do other expenses here as well. But if you have any capital ones, so ones that you can't deduct, you'll say yes, I need to calculate the CCA. You go in, you find what it is you are actually having, equipment, let's say the class. You have to go in and find what class it is, and you can go in and calculate that as well. Business use of home, total area in the home, total area in your workspace. And you're going to have to essentially prorate it based on how much your home office is, how much space it takes related to the home. And you have all these expenses you can claim as well. So very good, very great, user-friendly, nothing too difficult here. If you want to record motor vehicle expenses, you can. I'll report the total ones as well, okay, or you'll calculate them yourself, okay? So depending on what that looks like for you. Now, once you do that, it'll have your net income and it will flow in as your business income all the way to your total income, your total net income there for tax purposes. All right. And that's it. It's just very straightforward, nothing difficult. You can do this totally on your own. You don't need to include a business name. You don't need to include a GST if you don't have it, a GST number if you don't have it. Remember though, if you do start earning more, you will need to start collecting GST. You'll have to apply for that GST, HST number. You can also just put a business name like your name, for example. In this example, it would be Mitch One Business, Okay, you can also have multiple as well. So that's it for this video. It was a quick short one. Like and subscribe to this channel for more practical Canadian tax guidance. If you have any questions, put a comment below. If you have any video ideas that you want me to go over this tax season, please comment. That will be of great help, and I enjoy helping everyone out during the tax season. Remember, this is general tax advice, not personalized, just to help you guide you through the 2025 tax return.